Who's ready for summer? Today we're going to be drawing a seascape together. The first step is to draw a big triangle in the center of your paper. This is going to be the sail on your boat. The next step is to draw a horizontal line under your triangle. Notice how it goes from the left bottom corner all the way and stops at the right bottom corner, right underneath the triangle. For the next step, I'm going to make that line into a semicircle. You can think about drawing the shape of a U or a smiley face. Using that first horizontal line you drew, start at the left side and make that U shape to the right side. Now you are going to draw a vertical line. Start at the top of your triangle and draw a straight line down and stop at your semicircle. For this step, I also added another little triangle to the top to make it look like a little flag blowing in the breeze. This next step is an important one. We're adding in our horizon line. This is going to be a horizontal line across the middle of your paper. It's important because anything above the line is now your sky, and anything below the line is your water. Now I am adding another semicircle, this time on top of my horizon line. This is going to be my setting sun. Another option is you can draw a round sun up in the sky, depending on if you want it to be middle of the day, sunrise, or sunset. Now I am adding a little area of beach. I just used a messy, bumpy line in the bottom left corner. Now I am adding a palm tree onto my beach. This is a type of tree that you would find a lot on a lot of beaches, but you can draw a different type of tree if you know how, or flowers, or a bush, or a different type of plant. Start with the trunk of the tree, which is a tall rectangle. Add triangles at the top for the palm leaves. And finally, I added 3 circles for the coconuts. Now I'm adding a couple more details to make it look realistic. I started with horizontal lines going across the trunk of the tree to make it look like the rings. Then I shaded in my coconuts to make them darker than the rest of the leaves, and I added a couple of lines on the leaves to make them look 3D. Now I am adding dots onto my sand. I'm deciding to add this texture to make it look like little rocks, pebbles, and broken shells are on the beach. Finally, I wanted to add some texture into my water, so I added wavy lines all around my water to make it look like the texture of waves. Next, I used a lowercase m shape to draw a few seagulls flying through the sky. The bigger ones look like they're closer to you, and the smaller ones by the sun make it look like they're flying farther away. I also added a design to my flag, or maybe you want to add your name or initial to your flag or another design that you like. I also added a stick figure, and I added an anchor hanging over the side of the boat. I just used a straight line, a circle, a J shape, and then a backwards J shape to make it look like that anchor that sailors use to stop the boat. Next, I added a few details to my stick figure to make him look more realistic. I added hair, 2 eyes, a nose, and a mouth, 2 circles for the hands, and 5 tiny fingers on each hand. I added ovals for his shoes, and then I just gave him some clothing by using a bunch of rectangle shapes for the sleeves and pants, and for the torso to make it look like a shirt and a bathing suit. And the final step is to color it. I used a golden orange color for the setting sun and a mix of pink, yellow, and oranges throughout the sky to make it look like sunset. I just used crayons because that's what I had, but markers, colored pencils, even chalk if you're looking for a lighter color hue, then you can use whatever you have around your house. I also used a mix of light blue and purple in the water, but mixing blue and green makes a really nice turquoise for water as well. I noticed that a lot of sailboats do have white sails, so I just outlined it in black. And then I added brown to the trunk of the tree, green into the leaves, and a tan for the sand. I hope that you have fun and this gets you ready for summer too.